Hi, everybody. This is Scott Spreitzer, and welcome to our report. We take a look at college football futures for the 2014-15 season. As you probably know by now, there was a huge sigh of relief at the LVH, the famed sportsbook east of the Strip on Paradise Road in Las Vegas, Nevada, when the Florida State Seminoles completed their comeback win over the Auburn Tigers in Monday night's BCS title game. What it meant is that the LVH, which took about 13 bets on or around 1,000 to 1 to win the national championship, those bets that they took were deemed worthless the following day after Florida State came back and beat the Auburn Tigers 34-31. As many of you will know, Florida State was shaded a little bit lower at the LVH during the run up until kickoff, basically due to the fact they were trying to entice some Florida State money as far as spread bets were concerned to balance out the books a little bit in case they were to lose those big future bets on the Auburn Tigers. But again, they did not. Huge sigh of relief for the LVH Sportsbook, for Jay Cornegay and the rest of the gang over at the LVH. Now, the very next day, Tuesday, after the championship game went final, Jeff Sherman, Jay Cornegay, the LVH all released their futures for the 2014-2015 College Football Championship. And of course, a big difference in the format from these years gone by. No more BCS title game. There'll now be a pseudo playoff system in which 4 teams will be chosen by a college football championship committee to take part in a Final Four, if you will, in college football. Now, the semifinal games will be played on New Year's Day 2015. The championship game will be played 11 days later on a Monday night, January 12th, 2015. Now, the odds have come out as far as the futures are concerned over at the LVH. Florida State, this year's national champion, has been made the favorite to repeat. They are 5-2. Oregon and Alabama both listed at 5-1. When the opening futures came out at the LVH, there's not a single team listed at more than 300 to 1. No 1,000 to 1 long shots anymore, and there's good reason for that. Not only do the books need to protect themselves, but also because of the new format, you're not likely to get too many long shots that are going to be selected for the Final Four of college football. Therefore, I'm looking at teams, if you're going to play a future, maybe in that 25 to 30 to 1 range, and we'll give out futures a little bit later in the month of January, usually the dead week between the conference championships of the NFL and the Super Bowl. We'll like to come back with the report and let everybody know what we're looking at as far as some futures are concerned for next year's college football. But some of those 25 or 30 to 1 shots that might have a chance to actually make that Final Four by the selection committee would be teams like Michigan State, Wisconsin. They're both 25 to 1. Stanford, Arizona State, both 30 to 1, and a little bit bigger, maybe Oklahoma State or Missouri, both at 60 to 1. Just a couple of the teams that come to mind. By the way, the Southern Cal Trojans, 50 to 1 to win next year's national championship in college football. But we thought we'd give some thoughts on the futures for next year. The fact that there will be 4 teams decided upon by a selection committee. And as the committee chairman said recently, these will not necessarily be the most deserving teams that are selected for the Final Four, but they will pick who they deem to be the 4 best teams. Therefore, you might see some one-loss teams in the Final Four over undefeated teams if the committee deems that the one-loss team played a much tougher schedule than the team that won every game on their slate. You can also have as many teams as you want from a conference. You could literally have the Final Four consisting of one conference. It's not likely to happen, obviously, but don't be surprised every once in a while this system is intact, to see 2 or 3, as you know, SEC teams selected for the Final Four. Anyway, that's what's going on right now in Vegas in a nutshell over at Smash Mouth Sports. We will be back each and every week right here, and we will deliver the goods. We'll have futures. We'll have free plays daily. Don't miss out. I'm Scott Spreitzer. Put your week in the win column and check back next week for more from Smash Mouth Sports.